Another great October and Halloween is behind us. It's actually starting to get dark early again. It just must be daylight savings time. But didn't I review a certain set of action figures around this time last year? Oh crap!
Designed and built by David Xanatos, the steelclan were created to replace the gargoyles in defending his castle home. Lacking the need to sleep, along with their built-in weaponry and ability to fly, they were physically superior to their biological inspirations. However, without the ability for creative or critical thinking, they could easily be outmaneuvered and dispatched in a fight.
Okay, so here we have the robotic steelclan action figure. Now back in the day, this guy was really hard to find. I had to go to the toy store just about every week just to track one of these guys down. I'm not sure why toy companies want to limit the number of figures you want to build an army of. I would have loved to have 5 more of these guys actually on display, either attacking Goliath or surrounded by Xanatos awaiting his orders. Now, as far as 90s toys go, he has actually a surprisingly good amount of detailing. You can see actually all these little carvings into his wings, paneling on his stomach, legs, shoulders, these nice little tubes over here on the arm. It's just enough there just to sell the fact that he is a robot. I also like how you can kind of see the inside of his gun here has a nice little rivets and just tubes and other stuff, just to sell that there's more mechanics going in on there. They even got these nice little rivets over here on the hand. They didn't actually have to put that much detailing in. I've seen other figures where it's just smooth plastic and gray and leaving nothing to the imagination, and the complete opposite side where there's so much going on you kind of just get lost in the mess. Now, like most other 90s figures, his articulation is very, very limited. But as I've said before, back then we were kind of just happy with what we got. His arms can move up and down, as well as his legs. And there's a little bit of articulation over here on his tail, but pretty much these guys, the tail was actually just used as a tripod to help these guys stand. These guys are so back heavy, you need that extra little bit of support back here. Now, one odd fact is that his wing here can actually move up and down, where this wing is actually molded solid into the head. I think that's supposed to be to go along with his gimmick where he's actually supposed to explode into parts. They wanted to have the head part of a much solid, bigger piece, so it's less likely that you would lose it. Now, if you've seen my Scorpion Alien review from a year ago, it's pretty much the same gimmick, the same company actually, so what can you expect? There's a button on the back here, and the idea is that once you attack one of these guys, whether you shoot him with a missile or punch him enough, let me get his arms up so it's out of the way of my hand, you just press the button and he actually will explode into a bunch of pieces. Now, the only downside about this guy is his actual gimmick. Don't get me wrong, I love the fact that you're able to make these guys explode. It's just that the spring that holds this guy together is very weak, or the actual clip, I should say, is very weak, so it's very hard to get this to stay down. I've tried this several times today, and I've only been able to do it a handful of times. I think it's... Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, it's just not wanting to. It's just not wanting to stay on there. So yeah, it's just very hit and miss, and that's kind of sad because this guy is actually a very cool figure. Now, there's only one little bit of downside to him, is actually when he's in his lock state, you can see that he's actually a whole head shorter than Goliath, which they're supposed to be the exact same height, but I can kind of overlook that just because you want Goliath to kind of over-dominate these guys and just overshadow him. So I can kind of overlook that. Besides, the gimmick is so cool, and I just like robots so much that, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that down. Anyways, this has been a look at the steelclan action figure.
Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show will be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.